I'm MPT, and I'm sitting here right now with the first ever living the dream winner, all the way from Savannah, Georgia, the muscle dog, Johnny Metzger. How you doing today, Johnny?
I'm doing all right. Thanks, champ.
So I guess I'm going to get started real quick. At 35 years of age, you finally get your foot in the door here at PCW through living the dream. And the question now that I want to ask you is, do you still got something left, or is age just a number?
Age is not just a number. Do I still have something left? Absolutely. Not even close to quitting. I'm suffering an injury right now that's got me set back, but every athlete's had setbacks. There's no one that's ever pursued any type of athletic performance that hasn't had a setback. Now, so what do? You let the setback make you quit? Absolutely not. A true warrior does not quit what he loves. He finds the love in what he does.
Good quote. Now, as the head trainer, I know that come every Thursday and every Sunday at the PCW Work Farm, I know Johnny Metzger doesn't miss training sessions, but due to some neck and some shoulder problems, a lot of times we see on the outside looking in. So I guess my question is, for these young kids out there with fresh legs and strong backs, what advice would you give them if they were serious about starting a career in professional wrestling?
Listen to your body. When you got to know good pain from bad pain. If you feel like you've got a knife going into your shoulder, you got a tear in your rotator cuff, or starting to get a tear in your rotator cuff, stop. Don't keep going. Don't let your pride get the best of you. Don't do what I did. I remember 20 years old, walking to the gym, feeling I had glass in my knees, and getting there and then doing 10 sets of heavy, deep squats. That was ridiculous. That's why my knees hurt every day now. So I didn't listen to my body. And I was 20 years old. Now, if I had listened to my body and taken a few weeks off and came back when I felt good, I wouldn't have calcium deposits on most of my joints. I wouldn't have a torn rotator cuff right now if I'd listened to my body. So listen to your body. Take care of it. If you feel an injury starting, stop. There's a student right now. Kimmy, she broke her collarbone. I talked to her about strength training. She said she was doing her push-ups every other day. I said, how do they feel? She said, it hurts. Every time I do a push-up, it hurts. I said, stop. You're not going to get stronger. You're going to get weaker and weaker and weaker until you have to stop. You can't do one push-up. So she stopped for a couple weeks, went back. I said, how does it feel? It feels good. I said, start up again. So she'd build her strength back up. So listen to your body. Listen to the bad pain. If it's telling you to stop, stop until you feel good. Stop until you feel strong. Then go back. So you're only setting yourself back if you ignore injuries.
That's something that I did most of my career as well. I didn't listen to my body. I didn't listen to the concussions. I didn't listen to the broken tailbone. And actually that broken collarbone, I believe I broke her collarbone. That's off the record. That's actually
I didn't know that.
That's off the record. I did that with a amateur maneuver called the drive over. But my next question. I remember a few times, many times actually, we've sat on the phone. We've had long conversations. They seem to just go for hours and hours at a time. And I remember in one of these conversations I had with you, and it was in regards to living the dream to finalist and eventual winner Drew Pearsons. And I said, I think this guy actually loves the idea of winning this contest in front of all his family and friends at his hometown more than he loves professional wrestling. Now my question is, do you feel that when it comes crunch time, we're out there in front of the crowd, living the dream finals, do you think it's an accurate way, leaving the decision of who's going to win this contest in the fans' hands, do you think that's an accurate way to determine who the next PCW superstar will be?
Absolutely not. I don't feel that. Obviously, he was in the ring. All his friends were there. Who's going to get the cheers? He sold the most tickets. All right, good job for that. But has he been back to practice? No. Do we see his face again? No. Does he really want to be a wrestler? No. I'm going to answer it for him. Because I didn't see it in his eyes. I didn't see it in him coming back to any practices. That tells me he doesn't want to be a wrestler.
So that's what you're. So basically, right now, and I agree with you 100%. But just so that we can be clear, the person that comes to living the dream, whether they make it to the finals or not, the person that we should be looking for as a company as a whole, we should be looking for the guy that directly after the contest until the finals, the guy that's here at the work farm training the most. That's the guy who wants it. It's good to go out there in front of the fans, but clearly we cannot leave this in the fans' hands. Because like we said, somebody can sell all the tickets in the world and get the fans out there. I mean, you had the fans behind you at the time. You were the closest there too. Yeah, that's a good, accurate one. When this contest first began, since then, many promotions have borrowed the idea. And my question to you is now, this contest, this idea of living the dream, I see it now more as a blueprint for what is going to be the future growth of independent professional wrestling. And my question to you is, do you feel any added pressure? Do you feel like any added pressure since you're the original living the dream winner? Do you feel any added pressure now that you're the face of this event? Do you feel like you can live up and perform it to make this bigger than it can be?
Do I feel added pressure? Not a bit.
Added pressure.
No, I don't feel any added pressure. Can I make it bigger than life like we expect and know it can be? Me by myself, absolutely not. Do I feel like I can have a big part in that? Absolutely. Because, as you said, I won the first Living the Dream. So, I guess you could say I'm the pioneer of it, if you want to call it that. I'm not trying to be cocky or arrogant in any way, shape, or form. Certainly
Confident.
wasn't confident, but certainly wasn't most gifted. But I feel I was one of the most driven, and I think that's why I won it. Because all I've ever wanted to be is a pro wrestler.
That leads me to my next question. I was sitting down with Scotty Aboot, and one thing he pointed out in that actual contest with you was, this guy's 35 years of age. You're telling me at 35 years of age that if this is something that he wanted his entire life, that it took him this long to find a wrestling ring to get in there. So I guess what I'm leading into is, at 35 years of age, we've had a lot of conversations, and you've already accepted the fact that it's pretty much PCW, because everybody knows, and if they don't know, at 35 years of age, that's pretty much the end of the line where WWE is going to sign you to a contract. I guess a tough question I want to ask you is, being from a lifelong resident of Savannah, Georgia, do you feel that you've missed some opportunities in life? Are there any regrets? Do you feel that there's some things that you might have started up late? Any regrets?
I know I started late. I don't have any regrets because I didn't know any better. All I knew was WWE. I didn't really realize, I was ignorant to the sport. Actually, I loved pro wrestling. I was ignorant to the different smaller federations I could have gotten into. And I was busy paying bills and working 7 days a week and trying to make ends meet. I don't have regrets because I really didn't have the time back then to do it. When Living the Dream came around, when I was told about it by Scarlett at the gym, she asked me, do I like pro wrestling? And I said, of course, everyone does. But when she told me about living the dream, I was like, well, you know, I didn't feel confident enough to maybe be a pro wrestler. I thought I had to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't really know different levels of wrestling. And especially my age, I also brought that up. I said, well, you know, I am 34 going on 35 now. Might be a little bit late here. But when she explained to me what living the dream was all about, I said, you know what? No, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to give it my best. Will I win? Maybe, maybe not. But when I'm done, I'll know I gave it 100%. I'll know I gave it everything I had. So I'll have no regrets whether I win or lose. So I'm going to give it everything I got. So yeah, I don't have any regrets. Do I feel I missed opportunities? Absolutely, out of ignorance. So that's what everyone out there listening right now needs to know that. Don't shortchange yourself like I did. I had many opportunities, but I didn't know they were there. So know they're there. And if you want to be a pro wrestler, go out there, go after it, get it. Don't wait. Don't undermine yourself like I did. And being a little bit older, back when it was more of a big man sport, you know, I thought I had to be 6'7" and 350 pounds. And I'm, you know, 6 foot tall, around 250 now. But I wasn't that when I was 20, 25. I was, you know, maybe a buck 85, buck 90. I didn't feel like the size of a professional wrestler should be, you know. And I wasn't a high flyer type. I'm not the athletic type. I was more into powerlifting, power training, and as far as the size and strength, I didn't think it was there. So I didn't know that wrestling was something I could actually make happen in my life. So regrets, no. Do I feel I missed opportunities? Yes. So don't miss your opportunities like I did. Go for it.
And a final question, and I got to ask this one. This is it right here. This is where it ends. I've appreciated the time. Like I said, I'm a professional wrestler. I'm a head trainer. I'm not the interview guy, but when given the chance, when PCW said, would you like to sit down with your student, the guy that you've been raving about, and do an interview for PCW because it's time.com, I said, yeah, of course I would. Because I don't get much time in front of this camera right here, and sitting down with you, I always love to talk to you. But we know that the first Living the Dream you were a part of, you won, hosted by Scotty Aboot. Living the Dream 2, you were a co-host, as the original legend, President James Haight, did that one. Many feel he made the wrong decision, but we're not even going to go there. My question is, Living the Dream 3, the biggest, the most hyped up, the most well-advertised, tons of publicity going on for this one. Johnny the Muscle Dog Metzger, it's all on you. You're the host. You're the man. In the end, the biggest Living the Dream that we've had yet, the final verdict, the final decision is in your hands. So my question, and this is my final question, this is the big one. Do you feel at Extreme Measures at the end of the night, at the end of Living the Dream 2, do you feel that you're going to make the right decision for the betterment of this company? Do you feel that at the end of the night, are you going to pick the guy that was the best for that show? The guy that sold the most tickets and got the most online votes? Or do you feel you're going to make the choice and you're going to pick the guy that is going to be the next PCW superstar?
I feel 100% confident I can pick the guy that's going to be the next superstar. I can pick the guy that truly wants this in his heart. Not the guy that wants to put a notch in his belt, say, hey, I did that, and then quit.
Had a few of those.
Yeah, we don't want that. I feel I can talk to somebody, I can look in their eyes, I can tell when someone's hungry. I can tell when someone wants something because I've felt it, and I've lived it, and I'm still living it. And at 35 with an injury, I ain't nowhere near quitting. Now, will I make it as far as I want? Will I have a 10-year run? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, I'm not quitting.
The odds of a 10-year run are against you, but I do believe that if anybody's going to make that run, if anybody's going to step up to the plate and knock a home run out of the ballpark when it really counts, I believe it's going to be you, Muscle Dog. And I appreciate your time here. And I can't wait to see this air at PCW because it's time.com. And I want to let all the fans and I want to let everybody know at PCW, living the dream is the contest. The PCW Work Farm is the place where you want to be. We just had class a little bit earlier today. California senior official Sparky Ballard, future WWE superstar Big Country Jody Christopherson, and PCW champion wrestling personified Rick Luxury were here. This is the muscle dog, Johnny Metzger, the original winner of PCW's Living the Dream contest. I'm going to let him get his final word in here to PCW, but stay tuned. Coming again in March, PCW's Living the Dream 3, and I'm going to tell you right now, this one, it's going to be big. Have a good day, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Do not miss your opportunities. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't ever second guess yourself. Believe in yourself. Have confidence in yourself. Go after your dreams. Go after them. Chase them down. Get them. And as for me, 35 years old, injury, doesn't matter. I'm going to come back stronger and better than ever. And I will not quit until I get in that ring. Thank you for your time.